Mr. J. Today's Wednesday, middle of the week, August the 2nd, 2023. Today's news is bad. COVID cases rebound, okay? So, I don't think you need to worry too much, but it looks like there's people, quite a few people recently, was it in the last 7 days? In the last 7 days, there's been about 45, let's just say 45,000, about 45,000 cases. All right. So for 5 weeks, it's going higher and higher, and I think it's probably because a lot of people are inside with air conditioners and that, and so they're giving the COVID to each other and that. So I don't think you need to worry too much, but you still might want to wear a mask if you're inside with lots of people, right? I'm probably going to wear a mask this week just in case. I see lots of people coughing and that around me, so if you don't want to get COVID again, or if you've already had COVID recently, you're probably okay. I don't know. So that's a question for you. COVID, when you had COVID, what type of medicine did you take? What did you take that made you feel better? Or if you never got COVID, why do you think that's so? Okay, think about it. All right, let's jump over to our weather. How's the weather today?
It'll be partly cloudy, with a high of 32 and a low of 25. Currently it's 31 and partly cloudy.
Okay, 32, very hot. What about tomorrow?
It'll be mostly sunny, with a high of 32 and a low of 26.
Okay, still very hot. See, the reason why a lot of people get COVID or colds in the winter is because everyone's inside where it's warm. But now I think, once again, in the summer it's so hot, everyone's inside where it's cool. So similar problems. Anyways. If you wear a mask, it will help prevent things, right? Today we're learning an expression, rings a bell. Ring a bell. Normally it will say, it rings a bell. So you'll have the S in it, rings a bell, okay? And yeah, look at this. When you're learning a language, you can use this a lot, because when you're learning a language, you hear something and you sort of know what it means. You listen to it, and then later on, you're like, I think it rings a bell. It rings a bell, right? I sort of know what you're talking about. Okay, so ring a bell normally rings a bell. They'll say it rings a bell. And just 1, 2, 3 words, no emphasis. Obviously, ring a bell, an actual bell, like the doorbell rings a bell. It could have that meaning too, but as far as this expression goes, obviously it means something totally different. It rings a bell. Rings a bell. I don't think the pronunciation is too hard. Okay, so write that down. And I might ask you to use this in a sentence, right? Make a sentence with it rings a bell. Okay. Or if you want, you could tell me an experience. When's the last time you heard something and you told somebody it rings a bell? Okay. All right. That's it. We talked about rings a bell. We talked about the weather, which is hot, and we talked about a jump in cases of COVID. All right. I hope you guys keep safe and have a good summer, and I'll see you tomorrow. Bye-bye.